Hey guys, Kyle here. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last part, we left Professor Birch here to get attacked, and he's probably eaten and decomposing at this point. But we're still in his bag, so don't worry about that too much. Anyway, you guys chose the starter for me, and what you guys came up with was... I heard I like Mudkips. Yeah. You guys picked Mudkip for me. And thank you for that. But now let's just, let's get through this. Okay, so we can't leave him. Like, I didn't even know that was in there. Alright, so this is an easy fight. But, you know, let's go over the starters anyway. First of all, we have Trico. Trico's number 1 in the Hoenn Pokédex. Spoiler alert, there's a Pokédex. If you don't know the mechanics of Pokemon by now, I don't know what what rock you've been living under that Pokemon never even came across you. But, besides that, Trico is the fastest of the starters, and it's a decent attacker. The only problem with it is that, well, that I have with it is, I'm not a big grass type person, to be honest. If it wasn't for that, I really don't have that many problems with Trico. I know it's a good starter, especially for this game, it's very decent. But I personally don't choose Trico. Next up is Torchic. Torchic seems to be the one everyone wants to pick now, ever since Mudkip got kind of popular. And it's decent offensively. Actually, it's very good offensively. But it's kind of slow. Anyway, Professor Birch just said a plum. Hope you guys know it. Yeah, he just said it. Anyway, Torchic has some really defensive capabilities. And top that off with some meh type coverage, and it's alright. It's not a bad Pokemon, but as a starter, it could be better. Last but not least is Mudkip, which we just got. And I am going to nickname it. Now, I'm into naming things weirdly, so that it's memorable. We are going to be naming it Parmesan. I'm going to be using different types of cheese as my nicknaming thing. But Mudkip is the most well-rounded of the starters. It has decent, it's bulky, most water types are. It does have the highest attack of the 3, which is nice. Although it does not have much speed. But it can at least take a hit, unlike the other 2. And yeah, as cliche as it sounds, I like Mudkips. Yeah, I do. Anyway, we are off to meet May. And here's something I did not touch on in the last video. I did not touch on anything referring to the game or the history or my history with the game. I'm going to be covering all of that as time goes on. Okay, and we have our first battle, and it's a Wurmple. Parmesan, take care of this dork. This Wurmple, dinky little Wurmple. Okay, so about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the remakes of Gen 3. I've played through it, I've already beaten it. Why am I not playing those? I don't have a capture card. I honestly would be playing that. but I do not have a capture card to use with my 3DS. Anyway, after playing through them, I thought they were fantastic. If you have a 3DS, even if you don't, I recommend getting this. If you don't get a 3DS, just for this, maybe Smash Bros. As well. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, good. Now, as you can tell, this game uses sprites, unlike Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. This one at least has animations. The original Ruby and Sapphire did not. Well, it did have animations for moves, but it did not have those animations that you see at the beginning of battles. But it's not really that big of a deal, but it kind of was a criticism people had of the games. Because when these games came out, people were not fans. Then again, it had a relatively big falling out of that little era, but people overall didn't receive these very well. And it's mainly due to the fact they had to leave everything they had in gold, silver, and crystal for these and start clean. Most people hated that. But with all of the improvements they did to the game and how everything works, it's probably for the best that they didn't keep that. And they did cut it off when they did. Anyway, so we just got a potion. Yeah, we just got a potion. Now, fun little thing, I'm gonna be making comparisons back and forth. You actually don't have as much grass to go through on Route 103 to get to May or Brendan, because fun fact, your character's name is Brendan, canonically. Yay. Anyway, there's that, and there's a little puddle up here. What the puddle does, I'll explain, hopefully, if I can get a capture card to show you. But here we have May. Yeah, I got a Pokemon. Okay, I guess we're having a battle. And you're gonna tell me what being a trainer's like? Okay then. Sends out Trico. Now, she will always have the starter that has the advantage over you. Because, you know, Daddy had to give her the better one. This holds true with the remakes as well. And, to be honest, it's kind of annoying. But at least it gives some sort of challenge to the game. Keep in mind it's not a very big amount of challenge, but it's not too bad. Alright. Player defeated Pokemon Trainer May. I'm pretty good, yeah. And she gives us some money for beating her up. You know. So this is where the roots of Grand Theft Auto came from. We are beating up people and taking their money. The means of which may be different, but I don't care. I'm making that joke. So why not? Alright. Yes, I already have a friend. Okay. That was kind of weird. I can't really tell. Anyway, small little difference as well. In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you can run and walk in all different directions. Right now, we can only walk. No matter what you do, you can just walk. Oh, let's hurry home. Yeah, let's do that. There's one thing that I do think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire did step up to the plate. Well, I don't really know how to word it correctly with it, but the music was fantastic. They redid all of the tracks and added in a couple new ones. And a couple new features here and there. Personally, this was my favorite Pokemon game to date. Well, I can't really say it is anymore. I feel like the remakes actually bypassed Emerald, as weird as it is. I never thought that Emerald would be taken over as my favorite, but it was, and I'm very, very happy I had my extensive time with Emerald, but I'm very, very happy that new generations get to experience it. Experience Hoenn like I did, and others did. And I'll touch more on that in the next one, but we just got our Pokédex and some Pokéballs. Yes, if you're a girl, Brendan gives you his balls. Yeah, it's fun if you can get lots of Pokemon. I'm not going to be catching them all, though. Anyway, so let's just, let's head out a little bit and make it back to Old Town real quick. We need to heal up. Oh, yes, I did. And, yeah, I'm getting all that done and such. Yeah, okay, ma. Yes, in Generation 1 and 2, there was no running shoes, which we just got. Running shoes allows you to run. You need actual shoes to be able to run. Congratulations, you are successfully the least athletic person in Hoenn. Because you just need shoes so you can actually go slightly faster. Anyway, so, wild battles. And I'm going to be going over these Pokemon next time. These Pokemon are still on the next routes. God dang it. Let me just get to the Pokemon Center. Stupid Poochyena. Alright. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did like it, a like would be appreciated. If you're really liking everything here, subscribing would be, well, encouraged. And I hope you guys are having a fantabulous day. I will see you guys in the next one. And we hope to see you again.